Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It is the start of a brand new rebuild, and there's only one country, one set of islands that desperately needs rebuilding in Test cricket, and that is the West Indies. Once an absolute force, a powerhouse, stacked full with fast bowlers, intimidating, and possibly the greatest batter there's ever been, or maybe one of them. They've fallen on hard times, and it's up to us to rebuild them using data. So this is going to work very similar to the England rebuild, except it's just Test cricket. We're going to use all the stats from the games to be able to make educated decisions on players, such as strike rates compared to the global standard, how people are doing on the average stakes, also looking at how often they are making meaningful contributions to the team. With it being a really cool 4-day competition where you've actually got the campuses and college plus the West Indies Academy. There's only 7 games each per year, so we're going to take all that data, extract it from the game, put it into PowerBI to be able to look at the best players coming through and make good decisions about who should be playing for us in Test cricket. This PowerBI dashboard, so many of you have signed up for it since it launched about 2 weeks ago. It is available for everyone. It's got all the batting stats, bowling stats, team rankings, team stats, and all the records from your game that you are playing, so you can work your way through and build a dynasty. To get it, all you need to do is head over to buymeacoffee.com/leadandedgepods. There's a few things on here. There's the County Cricket Lover, which is the entire history of the County Championship if you're interested in that. The one you would want is the Cricket Captain 2024 Stats Pack. $5, you can get it, you can cancel, it's all yours, and you are good to go. Interestingly enough, this is the matchup data that I've built into the County Championship version, which is based on real life, and is really awesome. This is ball by ball stats, looking here at Jamie Smith against pace and spin year on year, how he goes strike rate and averages per over rate, how he goes against different bowler type strike rate and over rates. Add to that, you can look at head to head and you can see that Surrey are incredible at home. You can look at the entire history of any team's league positions, all the titles they've won. This is from 2000 onwards, 7 titles. Also look at player rankings as well as team rankings. Surrey by far leading the way and are at their highest point in the 2000s. But back to the West Indies, back to playing against England for the first series. So on the save so far, and we're not managing the white ball game, we lost 2-1 in South Africa. Went and played in the World Cup, T20 World Cup. Remember, we won that with England on that save, and we made it through with a 2-2 record. Not quite sure who the other team was we lost against, but went 0-3 in the World Cup. Went through to the finals. It was an India victory. India, New Zealand, England, Australia, Final 4. Kind of what you expect. But today, we've got 3 matches away in England. 2 Test match series in South Africa, and 2 Test matches at home in the West Indies against Bangladesh. We have got a long way to go. We're currently on 80 points in the world rankings, 8th position. We will keep track of the ODI and T20 rankings to see if we can influence them with the players that we bring through. But just like the England save, there is a lot for us to achieve. We need to become the number 1 Test team in the world. We need to win the Test World Championship, and at the end of the season we need to have the best batter and the best bowler and the best all-rounder. It's also worth noting that the domestic competition actually runs from the 24th of January through to the 30th of March. Now that's going to be quite interesting because that means all that data isn't actually going to fly through to us until towards the end of the season. And this is the team that we're going to line up with for the first Test match away against England. We're not expecting a good time. We're not even expecting an exciting time. We're expecting to get drubbed. Particularly, you've got a lot of players here, career averages, averaging in the 30s, some even in the 20s. But we could make changes. We could drop Shy Hope and bring in Roston Chase. Is that going to do you any better? An average of 26 and a bowling average of 46? Does it make you a better team? We've got Rakeem the Dream Cornwall on the bench. No place for him. I'm going Seamer heavy, and Moti is getting the nod as a spinner. 22 wickets at 20 in his career. Feels like it might be a good move. Brandon King will make his debut. 29 years old. There's a lot of water under the bridge there, but it's time to give it an opportunity. And we've got spearheads. Kimar Roach, now 36 years old, has 270 wickets at an average of 27. That's world class. Ozara Joseph's got room to grow. Jason Holder, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Genuine all-rounder, averaging 29 in each. I've got high expectations of Carl Myers in this series. 34 wickets at 18. I don't think that's going to be a stats at the end, but I do think there's room for him to grow and become a real perennial part of this team. And you've seen how I've built these teams in the past on the channel. If you've not, go watch the England save, go watch the Northants save, the Sussex, the Somerset. I love an all-rounder. One of these two, I want to be the number one all-rounder in the world. That is how we are rolling in England. I've interestingly enough got quite a lot of change going on. Jamie Smith comes in for debut as you would expect. Gus Atkinson for debut. But Ethan Bamber, left field. Mini Mertz coming in for a game on an overcast condition. If we are batting, Mertz and Anderson may well go through us. Batting, cloudy, advantage, England. If you run under any illusions, because of the success I've had on previous saves, the Somerset, the Sussex, the England one previously where we knocked off every achievement going, this is on a different level to what we've got to try and achieve. Jimmy with 5 for 20 going at 1.28 economy rate is absolutely outstanding. Our top order completely blown away. And just for confirmation, this is on normal mode. I quite often play on easy because I feel like you get a better gameplay. This is normal, this is hard, this could be a drubbing. 116 behind, this isn't a bad performance actually. We bowled them out for 254 off 88 overs for an England team. Okay, their run rate is incredible compared to ours, but it's not the best. They had a 57 run partnership with Duckett and Crawley. Crawley batted quite a long time. Stokes really got the 89, Crawley was 69. Our wicket shared around between the seamers I think is a good place to be. But we are 116 behind. We are on a pitch that is doing bits. They've got Beefy Bamber in the team and we've got an 11% chance of winning. Better, highest score of the game so far, 270. Jermaine Blackwood, 32 years old now. 3 played and missed 1 LBW appeal for his 82. Does that tell you he's good? It might mean he's a little bit chancy. And that might be the top end of what he's able to achieve. 19 Test 50s, 3 centuries to his name from 57 games. 56 for Carl Myers. Honestly, I believe this guy, we may, just may, be able to get him to the top of the world rankings for all-rounders. But it's looking good for England. Yeah, lose by 9 wickets. There might be a lot of this first season while we try and work out who needs to be in the team. And also when we finally get some data from the 4-day regional competition to be able to work it out. Ben Duckett with 89, Ollie Pope 59. They put on 154 to win the game, and they do get there quickly. Run rate through the roof. Very, very Bazball-esque. Jimmy man of the match, taking 5 for in both innings. The starting point's low. I just wonder how long it takes us before we keep getting lower and we start to bounce back. Second test, some more changes going on. Tom Hartley's into the team. Bamber is out. Jamie Smith currently averaging 2 in Test cricket. No change for us though. Feel pretty confident with the team we've got. Not the worst bowling conditions in the world either. 337. Again, they're not getting away. Harry Brook 91 was good. Lots of starts, but we kept picking away at them, didn't we? 2 for 34 from Moti was pretty good in that over 60 to 80 roll. That's when I generally use my spinner a lot. He's going to be a lot different to the England. They've won the quality of player is worse, but also we had Rian Ahmed from day one, who's a world beater on the game. Alzora Joseph with 4 for. I'm going to take a bit of that. How many test matches down? 34 test matches, 27 years old, 99 wickets at 34. I do think he's better than that. Batting in real life for the West Indies is a huge problem, and it's a problem for us here. We get blown away. Jimmy with 5, don't even take the new ball, but still takes 5. Top order blown away with 3 for 45 at one stage. 3 wickets go down while the score is on 45. Partnerships, not quite sure what they are after an initial 45 run partnership. A few runs down the bottom of the order, but we're staring up the barrel. Bowl them out for 296. Again, they've not got away. Brook and Root with a 50 apiece. Crawley, he's having a pretty decent series. Well, a couple of 50s to his name. That's about it. Alzora Joseph 4 for again, 3 for Holder. I thought the seamers were pretty good, but the run rate here, England's second innings, really did get away from us quite a lot. And now we need 436 to win. And there's a 1% chance of it happening. Could this be that one? Safe bet saying no, it's probably not. You would be right. Top order, again, we got hustled out of it by Jimmy, who took the new ball this time. 3 for Jimmy, 4 for Gus Atkinson, 3 for Mark Wood. Pace too much, too good. And although we're going with this Carl Myers and Jason Holder, I feel we're a bat light, lose by 281. I don't want to say it, but it's where the Roston Chase selection actually makes sense, because he could come in here. He's as good a bat as Josh DeSilva on the game and gives you a little bit with the ball. Shai Hope, who's averaging 12, could take the gloves. And then we could make a change here and we could take Modi out and we could bring in Alec Athanasi to bat at 6. So it's given us a little bit more bat with Roston Chase, but that means we're keeping all of these bowlers, and Carl Myers is currently averaging 58, and I've just been going, I think he's the guy. But what do? He's averaging 37 with the bat, and Josh DeSilva's averaging 7, so they're the changes that we're making. It does give us another all-rounder in the team. That's not a bad effort from England. 386, because at one stage, 5 for 282, 8 for 296, and they add on another 100. Chris Wokes with 45. How many times does he impress in England where he can get on that front peg and play straight? Really good cricketer in home conditions. They bat well. They bat throughout. We did chip away. Like, we're not disgracing ourselves with the ball, although they are scoring a lot more than us. They're not having these huge scores. 386, I think, is quite reasonable. 113 behind, 273. Again, there's no big scores from our side. There's a lot to dislike about it. Brathwaite and Blackwood both batted quite well. I'm batting Blackwood slightly more aggressive than I normally would. But those innings, he feels like he's kind of finding a nice little sweet spot. Roston Chase with 45. He averages 20 odd. Dropping from the team. Comes in almost top scores. 113 behind. We need some wickets on a deck that is going to do plenty. So Seamers cash in. Seamers cashing in. We've got him 80 for 6 here. Only 193 ahead. If we can get Stokes early on day 4, we've got a chance. Joseph and Roach were superb. 4 for 26 at one stage. Holder chipped in at the end of the day. Mate, can we? We're 2-0 down. I expected to get drubbed, but it's going to do bits. We've rolled him. We've rolled him for 145. Kamar Roach with 5 for... Sorry, it was Joe Root that was still at the crease. He goes for 45. This is a really good performance. The fastest that they've scored, which is quite interesting, maybe why they threw away so many wickets. It is doing a lot. There's 259 to win. The predictor, 25-ish% of the time. But it is overcast and will do a bit. With day 4, session 1, if we can bat the next 2.5 hours and lose maybe 2 wickets, we've got a chance. Wow, we're through to the end of day 4. We only need 127. We're 132 for none. Chanderpaul, 68 off 236. 1 played and missed, 1 catchable shot, 28 strike rate. Proper old school test cricket. Brathwaite going at a 30 strike rate. We're not giving anything away. What's the pitch doing? Uneven bounce, but sunny. We've batted through to the new ball. We've batted 81 overs for 161, but we only need 98 to win. Oh, it's looking good. We've done it. We've not won a series, but we've won a single test match in England, and I'm over the moon. 259 for 3. Craig Brathwaite, remember the name, 33 strike rate, 446 minutes. What a marathon of a knock. Absolute marathon of a knock. Great innings, 101 off 300 deliveries. 92 for Chanderpaul. He falls short, but we win a test match. We lose the series, but we win a test match. That is huge, because I thought we might not win against England or against South Africa. To pick up 1 kind of shows that there's a little bit of Tangerine in there that you're going to like, a little bit of Brathwaite that you might like, a 40 average for Blackwood from 6 innings I do like, and then there's a big gap. Likewise with the ball, Elzari Joseph, Kamar Roach, superb. Holder and Myers, I keep saying Myers is going to be the number 1 all-rounder in the world. Give him more than a series. Roston Chase, 1 for 67. Test World Championship. Look at us, sitting on 33%. Such a strange metric to measure something by. Who won the Football Premier League this year? Oh, yeah, Man City did. They got 64% of the points. So we start up another series, going up against South Africa, though, and the way this is going to work, we're doing a whole calendar year every episode. So 10 overs in, you're a decade into the game. A team average of 23 with the bat in that first series is really not where you want to be at all. Okay, so series against South Africa, playing at home. I've gone for batting wickets, try not to lose the game, but to try and get some of these players better. Chanderpaul, Brathwaite at the top, Blackwood, Hope, King again. Athanasi comes in for a second game. So does Roston Chase. Frontline spinner, that's interesting. Holder, Moti. Do I go with Moti or do I do a Jaden Seals? Because we haven't tried Seals yet. He was out injured first game. 22 years old. He 6 wickets to 74 in ODI cricket, but he does look the genuine deal. So I'm going to go with him. And hopefully our batting can just do enough to stay in the game. It's a 4.25 star in South Africa team. We're bowling first on an absolute road with fast outfield and 3 stars. 398. This could have been a lot worse because at one stage it was a lot worse. 148 for the first wicket. Markram scored 95 of them off 135. Dazorzi scores 116. Is that his first Test century? Yes, it is. An average of 32. I'm glad he went and did it against us. But then with the second new ball, we actually found a bit of life. And Elzari Joseph picked up 5 for 112. 398, I don't think it's the highest score in the world. However, it obviously likes them, and the pitch is still very good to bat on. What an effort. We take a 3-run lead, and we do it on Brandon King's 206. Now, there's lots of opportunities to get him out here, but a 76 strike rate is class. Look at all these red lines. I assume they're edges, the red lines. But incredible innings, 403 minutes, 269 balls, 206 runs. Looks like $1 million. Brathwaite batted well again, 48 off 128. I like what I see here. A little bit of consistency. Bats slow, but I don't care. I like what we've done. We've taken a 3-run lead. We're still kind of not in the game, but in the game. End of day 3 coming up. We've got an hour and 36 left. There's a little bit more in it for the Seamers. 284 to win. They get 287. So you can see the pitch is getting worse. Van Tonda, 25 years old, 213 balls. That's a knock. It's a big score. First Test match century for him. So good for these South Africans cashing in against our bowling attack. But we do a good job because, again, they're looking quite smart at 1 for 97 at one stage. And we managed to do a good job getting through the back end of the order. Elzari Joseph, bowler of the save so far. 4 4-fers and a 5-fer and 2 3-fers thrown into the mix. We need 285. We don't do it very often, and it's still not bad to bat on, and the weather's still glorious. As we get to the end of day 3, 52 for none, 233 to win. This is a little bit better, isn't it? 171 to win. We're 114 for 2 at lunch. We've lost Chanderpaul, we've lost Brathwaite, but the ball's 49 overs old. If we can have a good 30 overs, a good session here, we might need to redefine what a good session is because we've just lost 6 wickets in that session. 197 for 8. It's down to Jason Holder, Elzari Joseph. We need 88 to win. We've been burgered at the end of the day. Nandre Berger, 4 for 53 in his 3rd Test match. Now, lose by 47. Valiant effort. Really happy with what we've done, to be honest. Markram with 250s in the match. He gets man of the match. But King, 206, will live long in the memory. I think the most disappointing thing so far is actually Shy Hope. 4 matches, average of 15. Kind of hoped I would get a little bit more, given he's got an ODI average of 50. But a Test match average of 23 is exceptionally poor. If we look at the players who did it last year, Kevin Sinclair, 24 years old. He's played a Test. He's got a 50. Average of 38 in his career. But Hope's going to stay in. We need his keeping. We are going to make a change. Hope's going to drop down to 6 in the lineup. Putting a bit of faith in Alec Athanasi. I think he was captain for them at an under-19 World Cup once. 500-run lead. We picked a road again, and again we ended up bowling. So that's not quite worked out. Stubbs and Rickleton both scored hundreds. Beddingham batting way down, actually. Down at 7. He's a much better player than that. Marco Janssen with a 50 at number 8. Up against it. 227-run partnership really knocks the stuffing out of you. Good performance. We're following on. 282. But again, there's some good stuff to like about this. Brathwaite scored 100. King scored 100. Now Shy Hope, dropping down to the 6 hole, scores 100. There's nothing else. Janssen and Rabada blew us away. But, you know, I'm taking positives. And they need 194 to win. We get 411 This is much better. Brandon King, 95, threw away a century, cleaned up by Rabada. But look at this. One played and missed in his 95 against Janssen and Rabada. I think there's something quite good about him. Shy Hope, again, a 60-odd. Turned around the form. Drop him down to bat at number 6. He's a first-class number 4. But whatever it is, it's working. Roston Chase in this role. Right, okay, we're not getting carried away with ourselves. I can't believe we've got a chance. 187 for 8. This is off the back of 5 from Jaden Seals. He's come in, hit the ground running. Looks like $1 million for us. Looks like the genuine real deal. We've got a chance. Predictor lights South Africa 93% of the chance. But I say we're 2 balls away from victory. Seals into Janssen. We went full. We went fast. It goes for 4. And they need just 2 runs for victory. We've got a wicket. Roach gets Berger. 1 to win and 1 wicket remaining. Ngidi to the crease. Full and fast. But Janssen's the guy on strike. Can Seals do it? He's already got 5. It's quite magical performance by him. It's pumped into the leg side. It's going to be 4. We lose the game by 1 wicket. But again, there's stuff that you can hang your hat on and go, there's something good brewing here. 4-11 is a good score. Hope looks good. King looks good. And Jaden Seals, we've got something fantastic. We lose the series 2, and I've never heard someone celebrate getting drubbed 2-0 and getting swept so much. But there is stuff. Shy Hope average 55, Holder 44, Brathwaite 30. Okay, I'm celebrating a 31, but King 113 is great. And with the ball, Joseph and Seals look like the real deal. It's not bad. We averaged 28 with the bat and a strike rate of 43. But look at Brandon King. An average of 56, a strike rate of 66 is exceptional. Anything, let's look at top 6. Top 6 average 30, so anything above that is good. Brathwaite 33, but he's got that amazing match-winning 100 to his name. Blackwood averaging 32 is okay. Shy Hope has seen improvement, and that's what I'm hanging my hat on. Top 6 players from the matches that we've played in average 34, so we are quite a long way below. Wicket-wise, Alzari Joseph 32 at 24 looks exceptional. His economy rate is quite high compared to our team. We go at 3.4. He goes at 3.7. Kamara Roach as well. His strike rate's lower than I would have hoped for. Jason Holder averaging 42 with balls isn't great. But look at that. I know the economy rate's high, but I'm a test match. I'm a strike rate guy, and Seals gives us strike rate. Can you do it on a cold Tuesday night in Stoke? Can you do it on a Bunsen burner in Bangladesh? Well, hopefully we can. We're making an interesting decision here for the series. Darren Bravo, so we haven't got the data from this season as part of the game, but in real life, he averaged 46 and scored 463 runs in the West Indies 4-day regional comp. He's a spin specialist on the game, and Alec Athanase is averaging 8. It's a biggie for us, this actually. 76 points in the Test World Championship, in the world ratings. Quite a long way ahead of Bangladesh. We've got no one in the top, one player in the top 30 for batting in Test cricket. So this is a big save. But Alzari Joseph sits in 10th with the ball. Likewise, Test World Championship's gone. It's the bottom 2 teams. But this is a chance to get some wins on the board, potentially, on a pitch that hopefully will break down and be a spinning wicket. 3 players with centuries is really good, and Chandapal and Blackwood is really good, and Chandapal and Blackwood with a 50. Basically, guys are averaging 26, 33, 32 and 28, and you're going, hey, it's all right, we're okay here. Roston Chase averaging 21 as well. Just wondering whether we make a change around here. So I kind of want to go with Modi, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hold off. Jason Holder's getting another series. Or at least another test. It's 3 stars against 3 stars. We've lost the toss again. First ball of the test match. Roach to Islam. Gone. LBW. They get 350. It's a good score. Mommy Null Hack. 347 minutes. There's chances we drop him twice. He's littered. The left-hander has littered the offside and also pulled incredibly well. Kimar Roach picks up 8 for 87 which is not his best performance in first-class cricket, but is the best in Test cricket. It's a good score, but remember, it's a flat deck. But unfortunately, we're going to have to bat last in that. Oh, I can't wait till we start finding people like the next Lara or Sobers, because at the moment we've not got them, and it's showing. Blackwood with 85. Bravo comes in. It's not a debut, but it's debut for us. That's his first Test match in, crikey, a long time. Average of 36 in his career. He picks up a well-made 50, but we're 33 behind. 302 to win. Hack bats well again, 71 off 99. Lytton Das with 56. Saif Hassan, I can't remember seeing him play. He makes a well-made 44. Roach picks up 11 in the game, 8 for 62 here. First 10 for us going in the save. 303 to win. Day 4, session 2, and it's going to get bowler friendly. So really, we've got 36 minutes of good weather and it gets a bit overcast and it might get rained off. End of day 4, we need 221, 82 for 3. Islam got Chanderpaul and Brathwaite in very, very quick succession. In fact, in the same over. Day 5, how much is it going to rain? The answer is a lot, 2 hours 9. But when we come on, we get rolled and lose by 128. Disappointing. I think the first innings, this innings of 162 was the defining moment of the game. I'm gonna make a change. Again, it's good conditions. Chase is out. Moti is in, going with a genuine spin option. Drops us down actually, less than 3 stars now. 465, it's huge. Saif Hassan goes and bags 164 this time. 2 more drop catches. That's an incredible start. Yeah, well batted, sir. 100 for Nazmul Hussain as well, 26 years old. 7 test match centuries from 37 tests. That's actually not a bad record going on. The average is low, but 7 centuries. Remember we were saying I brought in Bravo because spin specialist. We are playing at home and I'm still picking batting pitches, so not sure how much I'm saying is true. I think I'm so used to playing the English season where you play your home stand at the start of the season and then you go to your away games. We go down an innings and 43. The batting capitulates in the first innings. Wickets galore. Islam's had an absolute wonderful time against us. He's enjoyed his cricket. Hope with a 91. Give us a little bit of hope. But we go down 2-0 in the series. Blackwood and Hope, reasonable. Everything else really poor. Chanderpaul averaged 11, which takes his average a season down to 22. And with the ball, we didn't get that much. Joseph and Roach pretty good, but it's a tough loss. We drop points, we're down to 68, and also find ourselves bottom of the World Test Championship. But this is the rise. It's the 4th of December, and that can only mean that the domestic season is about to get underway. So that's all the games down, and next episode we have got stuff to go through. We've got every test match loaded and every first class game loaded. Also, we can see that Ben Duckett has scored the most runs in Test cricket, which is really awesome for him. And that will do it for the episode, ladies and gentlemen. So we're off to a pretty average start, but there is stuff I like about it. We won a test. I like that about it. That is all. And now we get into the fun part where we get to find these gems of players, bring them on, make them better, and create the West Indies dynasty of the 80s all over again. We'll see you soon.